Hello, I hope you're keeping well. Today I'm going to talk about video interviews and I'm hoping that you have already secured one. How did you secure it? Did you go through a pool search of companies that you liked? Were you shortlisted by your institute? If so, I hope you're prepared to style yourself according to the requirements of the company. How can we do that? We can do that by going to the home page, looking at the color layout, synchronizing our grooming as per the color layout, and also looking for keywords that the company has used to describe itself. Those keywords, my dear friend, will be part of your self-introduction. What does the company want from you? The company wishes you to have perfect attitude, skill, and knowledge. What do I mean by perfect attitude? Attitude would require you to have simplicity, honesty, humility, strength of character, team skills, leadership skills, and respect. What are these? Let me talk about it briefly. The first thing that you would like to project in an interview is your smile. You see, because of these COVID-19 limitations, we are limited in a surrounding where we can only show ourselves in a uniplanar way, electronically, to our future employers. What do they want from us as an employee, as a perfect employee? They want to have a smiling face. That's number one. Number two, I would like you to show strength of character. And how can you do that? Strength of character is determined by the way you stand or choose to sit if you are sitting down for the video interview. The way you hold your hands, as you can see, I'm holding my hands near my navel. I will not raise up my hands, that shows arrogance. I will not put my hands below, as that shows lack of confidence. So navel. This is where we keep our hands. How much do we move it around? We move it around only as much as the width of our body. We do not go everywhere. We just limit ourselves to this movement. Your shoulders, I would like it to be at the back. As far as possible, stand in a comfortable but strong, assertive, confident posture. We will now next come to the team skills. Your employers are looking for team skills. How is it possible to exhibit team skills on a one-on-one video interview? Yes, it's possible. Listen to your employer. Do not interrupt his questions or her questions. Pay respect. Have a smile. If you cannot understand or respond to a question once, do not be afraid to say, "Can I have that question again?" Or, "Do I understand you correctly? Is this what you want?" The next point that I would like to talk about is leadership skills. Leadership skills, my dear friend, is a very dangerous area. Too much, you're seen to be or deemed to be arrogant, aggressive, and moderately leadership ability exhibition is seen to be the right way. How do you deal with that? How do you come across as assertive but not aggressive? For that, I would like you to be in charge of your opinions. Be strong and stand by them unless it is in direct conflict with your employers. You can also exhibit your leadership skills by sometimes leaning forward a little if you are in a sitting position. You can exhibit your leadership skills by using your hands, the space, your eyes, and a smile. All of these envision you as a future leader in that company. The next thing that is very important is a can-do attitude. Any problem, I'm not part of the problem, I'm part of the solution. You throw a challenge at me, you throw an issue at me, I would immediately get down to breaking it up in small silos so that I can deal with solving them one thing at a time. Now let us come to skill. What kind of skills can you exhibit? You can talk about what you have already done. Then you talk about what you can do. This is again in terms of your domain area. What you have done, what you can do, what you are presently training to do, and finally, what your future plans are. Again, in terms of your skill, in terms of your core competence. Finally, we will come to knowledge. We all know that companies hire for attitude and train for skills. So anything that you have learned in your school or college, well, to put it modestly, trains you to train better. So your knowledge, your foundational base is strong. You need to exhibit that. You are ready to learn more. You are ready to learn on the floor. You are ready to accept and augment your knowledge. Finally, I would like you to exhibit your core competence. Those core competence areas might be social skills, might be leadership skills. They can also be your domain skills, domain knowledge. I hope I've been able to address some of your major concerns. Do let me know if you have any other areas that you want me to target. I'll be happy to have your comments below. So before I end this talk, I'd quickly like to recap what should you do before, what should you do during, and what should you do after a video interview. Before the video interview, please check your technology. Please check your camera. Check yourself as you sit down or stand up to talk to your potential employer. Check for sound. Check for light. Ensure that your face is lit up. Check for data availability. Your Wi-Fi should not run out in the middle of an interview situation. Check for battery. Your device is powered well. Check for your background. It is, after all, just a half body that your employer is seeing and planning to or deciding not to hire today. So check that you project a beautiful image in the square or rectangle that you wish to project yourself in. And finally, check your grooming. At all times, you should appear to have perfect professional grooming. During the video interview, while it's going on, what are the things that you should check? Remember to be focused on the employer. Attention. Remember to be able to take notes. Keep a pen and paper handy if you wish. Ask for permission. Do you mind, sir or ma'am, if I take a few notes? That will help me to understand and respond better to your questions. Remember to have moderate hand gestures, not extravagant hand gestures. Moderate hand gestures. Be loud, be clear, and be a little slow or on the side of slow speed rather than fast-paced response. Finally, your $1,000,000 smile. Now, as we come to the end of the video, I'd like to tell you what you need to do after the video interview. Imagine that the video interview is over. The employer is happy or whatever, and he has decided to ask you one final question. Is there something you want me to ask? Is there something that you would like to know about the company, about anything? Remember to make sure that you have a question. Remember to make sure that the question is not, have I been selected? That will make you look a little, too desperate. So have a question, have a good question. Follow it up with an email in 2 days' time, thanking the employer or the company for an opportunity to take this interview. And finally, follow it up with yet another email or a phone call in 2 weeks' time or 15 days' time to remind them gently that it has been a pleasant experience interviewing with them, and that you wish you could take this conversation further. I hope I have been able to address quite a few areas that might prepare you to make a fantastic video impression on your future employers. Thank you for your time. Bye bye. Till we meet again.